6 best life lessons of a digital marketer. Hey guys, JR Fisher here. I guess I'm a digital marketer. I've been doing this for 12 years now, almost 13 years, and I've made my living online that whole time solely from my businesses, and we've sold millions of dollars of both digital and physical products. So one day I sat down and I thought, what have I learned? What have I learned about digital marketing that's going to help somebody else? And what I did is I put those 6 life lessons into this video. So you're going to want to watch it to the very end. If you want to make money online and you want to be successful online, I think these things could really help you out. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button down there, turn it from red to gray. Don't forget to ring the bell, turn on all bell notifications so you're notified that thing's still ringing. Yeah, so don't forget to ring the bell so that you're notified each and every time I go live or if I upload a new video. All right, let's get right into this. What have I learned? What have I figured out? I figured out, number one, you don't have to love it. Okay, you don't have to love it. There are parts of digital marketing that I don't particularly like, but I got to do it on a daily basis. And I think a lot of people think, well, my gosh, if I don't love something and I don't love it all the time, then it's not for me. Life ain't about that. Okay, life ain't about that. What I do love is the results that I get and the satisfaction I get once I've gone through some difficult things and started marketing online, came up with a sales letter, come up with a sales page, did an email sequence. It can be very difficult. It can be a lot of work, but what I do love is the result of that. Did I get sales out of that? Did I change some people's lives? Did I help some people out? That's the part that I really do love. So keep in mind, you don't have to love the process all the time to be a great digital marketer. Number 2, shortcuts don't exist. Shortcuts don't exist. I have people come to me and say, just tell me the product that I need to sell. Just tell me how I need to sell that product. Just give me the ad that I need to use to get results. It's not like that. It doesn't work that way because I sell survival food. Here's a URL of our website. Okay, I also sell courses. I sell all kinds of different things, and there are people who work online that don't sell any of those things, but they're still successful because they have a different product and it works for them. So there are no shortcuts to this, guys. And I know a lot of you say, well, I just want to hire the person that can do my ads. I want to hire the person that can build my website. I want to hire the person that can do the SEO, and I want to be successful. You can't hire your way to success. This is one of the biggest mistakes I see in the beginning is people will have some money and they say, well, I'm just going to put it out there and I'm going to hire all these people to do all these things and I'm going to get rich. It doesn't work that way. You have to learn these things. Now this channel at the time of this recording has over 1,300 videos. There's a lot of knowledge here, guys. You can go through these videos and learn a lot of stuff, but there's no shortcuts. You can't hire your way to success. It doesn't work that way. You've got to learn this stuff. So please keep in mind when you're resistant and you say, well, I don't want to learn SEO and I don't want to learn how to do ads. And I'm not saying that you can't hire somebody on down the road, but you can't manage what you don't know. So you've got to learn this stuff first. There's no shortcuts. Number 3, people don't change, but technology does. Okay, so there's basic principles to selling stuff. Okay, there's the brand, there's the honesty, there's the erasing of fears for let's say refunds or guarantees or any of that stuff. But you got to stay on top of technology. Okay, there's different softwares that will help you do all these things, but you've got to know basic principles of human beings. I write scripts for my wife's business. She does dog training and she has a podcast, and I'll put her link right here so you can see that. You want to check that out. Pet Parent Reset, really good program, really good podcast if you have animals. But the point is, I understand the minds of human beings. I've been in sales my entire adult life. I've always sold something, and I can bring that over to selling online. And keep in mind, sales is a learned skill. It's not a given skill. I didn't pop out of the womb and be able to sell stuff. I had to learn what people like, what they don't like, what motivates them, what doesn't motivate them. I had to learn that stuff. So you can learn it too. Keep in mind all this stuff you can learn. But the point is, I couple that with technology. I stay on top of technology. I have the latest softwares. I do all the updates. I do all that stuff. That's important too. But this was a life lesson that I think a lot of people who fail online don't get yet. People don't change, but technology does. Number 4, work smart, not hard. Now I'll give you an example of this. I have a software called Kartra. I'll put the link right here. You can get it for $1 below in the description, and it automates a lot of my work. Okay, so it'll send out an email and offer somebody something, and if they don't buy it, maybe a day or two later it'll send another email, and if they don't buy it, it'll send another email, and it'll do this sequence of emails. This is cool because sometimes people take a few asks. Okay, most people are required to be asked 5 times before they buy something. So I send out the sequence of emails. But the other thing it also does is during the sequence, if they buy that product that I'm trying to offer to them, it doesn't send the rest of the emails. It knows that they bought it and it stops sending the emails. Now that's pretty smart. Now what if I had to write an email every few days and send it out to different people? That would be a pain in the butt, but I use this software because it automates that. Now it puts them in this ecosystem. So once they sign up at one of my websites for whatever the product is, it tags them, you know, as a new customer, and it starts to send them all these different sequences for all these different things, so that I'm constantly sending out emails, but it's all automated. Are you automating what your tasks are? I also have another software called Hootsuite, and I can put in any social media post I want, and it sends it out to all the different social media areas that I'm hooked into, and it's all automated. Okay, are you doing that? Okay, my order system is also automated, where I have like dealers who sell our products put in orders, and they automatically go to the warehouse, and they automatically go out, and we don't have to do any work. We can be anywhere in the world. Are you automating? Okay, if you try to do all this stuff and you go, I'm just going to work myself to death and I'm going to figure out all this stuff and I'm going to do it all, you're missing the point. The point is you've got to automate some of these things. Number 5, go the extra mile and make a difference. Now what do I mean by this? I don't mean what I just said, working yourself to death. That's not what I mean. I mean make your stuff great. And this means in business, and this also means personally. I always, tell myself when I enter a room, whether I go into a hotel or whether I go into a restaurant or whether I'm out in the woods somewhere, I'm going to leave that area as good as it was when I got there, but probably better. Okay, probably better. So if I'm in a restaurant and there's a mess on the table or whatever, I'm probably going to throw away the stuff and I'm going to straighten stuff up a little bit. As silly as that sounds, it makes me feel good internally. Okay, if I see a piece of trash outside, I'm probably going to pick it up and throw it away. If you have a business online and you're selling stuff online, what can you do to make that experience better for your customers than anybody else? What can you do to make it easier for them to check out? What can you do to make it make more sense, make it simpler for them? Go the extra mile. What can you do to make your website prettier? What can you do to make the labels on your products prettier? What can you do to make things better? Your courses, maybe you're selling a course. What can you do to offer more to the customer than everybody else is? That's what I mean by going the extra mile and making a difference. You should do this in every aspect of your life, and if nothing else, it's going to make you feel a lot better about yourself. Number 6, BS is king. What do I mean by that? I mean, it's really easy, like this channel here, I'm trying to teach you how to start, run, and grow online businesses, but it's really easy for a guy or a girl to start a channel and say, I'm an expert on online sales, you need to buy my course. But the problem with this, it's very shallow. Okay, it's very easy to figure out these people. First off, if they tell you if you just buy their product you're going to get rich online, that's a key right there. Okay, and I had somebody buy one of my courses the other day and they said, my God, I'm gonna make so much money, I just bought one of your courses. I'm like, that doesn't guarantee you money. All that does, it gives you the information that you need to make money online, but you've got to put forth the effort. So BS out there is very prevalent. You're going to see people saying they're gurus. You're going to see people saying they know all this stuff about advertising, SEO, making money online, all this stuff. But if you look deeper, are they really doing that? Do they do that for a living? Now I have this channel where I do videos and I explain to you guys how you can start, run, and grow online businesses. But if you look deeper, you'll find that I own Survival K Food, which is right here. Okay, and Survival K Food has been around for over a decade. We sell stuff online every single day. So what I'm teaching you is stuff that I'm actually doing every single day. I have jrfisher.com. jrfisher.com. I have all kinds of courses and things that you can do to make money. I've been around for a long time, going on 13 years. Now, the point is I actually do the stuff I teach. You will find a lot of these gurus out there, a lot of these people who are going to tell you how to do stuff. They don't actually do it. They did it maybe once, or they had one product they sold, made a little bit of money, and now they're an expert. It doesn't work that way. It's something that you got to do every single day. And in all honesty, you can make more money selling products and services online than you can selling courses online. Okay, and my courses have been very profitable, but by far my Survival Food company has always made more money than anything else. It's nationwide. I've built up a brand. It does very, very well. So look behind the curtain, figure out who that person is. You can Google my name, you can find me anywhere on the internet, and nowadays that's the best way to look at somebody's resume. Type in their name and put scam and see what you find. I did that the other day, and I typed in my name and I put scam, and there was a guy, and it said, is J.R. Fisher's courses a scam or something along those lines. And when it got into it, it was a guy talking about how good my courses actually were, and he was an affiliate selling my courses. So anyhow, I guess he was using that as SEO to sell the courses, so it was unique, I guess, at best. But guys, these 6 things, they matter a lot. But there's another bonus one. Okay, before we end this video, there's another bonus one. I've got to share it with you, and it's the 80-20 rule. Now, I've learned this years ago. I was in sales for many years, automotive sales, and managed people and hired thousands of people over the years. But the one thing I knew is that about 1 out of 5 people would buy if you did everything right. If you did everything right, it was 1 out of 5. So it boils down to this 80-20 rule. So probably about 80% of your sales are going to come from about 20% of your customers. Probably 80% of your profits are going to come from 20% of your products. Probably 80% of your sales are going to come from 20% of the ads that you run, and probably 80% of the revenue you earn are going to be from 20% of the efforts that you put out there. Now the key is to try to figure out that 20%. Unfortunately, there's no easy way to do that. You have to try a whole lot of things. When I run ads, I've just got to run a whole bunch of different ads, and 20% of them will be really good. Okay, I think the problem that people have is they try one thing and it doesn't work, and they go, wow, this doesn't work, this product doesn't work, this ad doesn't work, it just doesn't work for me. That's not the case. You probably haven't tried enough things. We have a lot of products we sell, from courses to inner circles to continuity to survival foods. In the survival foods, I have 2 different size cans of meats we sell. We sell beef, we sell chicken, we sell turkey, we sell pork. And guess what? It's always that 80-20 thing. 80% of our profits come from 20% of our products. It's just the way it is. So you've got to try a lot of things. So that's my bonus to you. Don't try one thing and say it doesn't work, because it does work. Don't look around and say selling online doesn't work. No, because a lot of people are making money out there. You've just got to try more things. How to stay fit and healthy as a digital marketer. Okay, you're doing digital marketing and you got it made, right? You can just sit on the couch, you can play on your laptop, you got a pillow on your lap. It ain't healthy, man. It's not healthy. Stick with me in this video and I'll give you 5 steps you can do to stay healthy as a digital marketer. Now, the first thing I'm going to tell you to do is work from the floor. Yes, get down on the floor and work. Will that be comfortable? No, it won't be comfortable. You won't be able to do it for long. And you know what? That's why I'm telling you to do that, because it'll make you get up and move. Okay, you got to get up and move. Now, I'm not really saying work from the floor all the time. Sometimes I work from a desk, sometimes I work from the couch, sometimes I work from a coffee shop. Bottom line is keep moving around. Don't stay planted in the same spot all day long. Now, I'm doing these videos today. And doing these videos today, I have to stay planted in the same spot, but I am getting up and walking around and doing stuff. Okay, so the important thing is don't get in a situation where you're so, I see these gaming chairs they have now where you can actually lay back in them and you can be so comfortable all the time that you never want to get up. I think I heard somewhere that sitting is the new smoking. Something like that. Yeah, sitting is the new smoking. In other words, sitting down is not that good for you. You need to get up and move around. Keep that in mind if you're going to be a digital marketer, because it's really easy just to sit. Number 2, drink lots of water. Now, drinking lots of water will help you move around. Why is that? Because you got to get up and pee. Okay, bottom line. So if you drink a lot of water, not only will it hydrate you, but it's going to make you get up and get rid of that water. So you want to be drinking that water, and I've got mine right here. I'll take a sip real quick. I got to do it anyhow, but I have it down here all day long. I go through a bunch of those because I know it's good for me. I know it's going to flush out all the toxins and all that. Drinking a lot of water can help make you healthy. It's crazy, a simple thing like that, and it's so simple, and yet 99% of the people don't do it. They don't drink water all day. They're terribly dehydrated, and that's what gets you sick. That's what gets you run down. That's what causes headaches and aches and pains and all this stuff. Not drinking enough water. So number 2 is drink water. And number 3 is schedule a few walks a day. Now, I think one of the best things you can do is have a dog. have a dog. Why? Because the dog's going to make you walk. Okay, the dog's going to want you to go to the door and open the door and let them out to go to the bathroom. The dog's going to want to go play with a toy. They're going to make you get up and play with that toy. But you got to walk. You got to walk, guys. Walking is so very important. I saw one of my neighbors the other day, and she had been a little heavy, not real heavy, but a little heavy, and she was so skinny. She was so skinny. I said, what'd you do? She said, well, since the pandemic hit, I had to work from home, and in working from home, I decided I was going to just get out and walk some during the day. And she scheduled like 3 or 4 walks a day. She just went outside her house, got her dog, and walking the dog, dogs love it too, and she walked around the neighborhood. Just doing that little bit of extra exercise probably knocked, I'd say, 30-40 pounds off of her. It was amazing. So can you schedule a few walks a day? Absolutely you can. They don't have to be long. They don't have to be hour-long walks. You know, maybe you live in a neighborhood, you can walk around the block. Maybe you have a big yard, you can walk around that 2 or 3 times. But get up and walk. Walking is so very important. You don't have to run. I know a lot of people say, well, you know, you got to go for a run to really get your heart rate up. There's other ways to get your heart rate up. And if you can't run, you know, maybe you got bad knees. My knees are kind of blown out at this point. So I don't run, but I bike, and I do other exercises, and I walk. Okay, so do what you can do. I think it's like a all or nothing thing with some people that are like, well, I can't work out because I don't know, I've got a bad shoulder. Okay, well then use your legs, use your other arm, sit up, do other things. Use what you can use. You obviously have something that you can use. I remember Sean Stevenson, who was a great motivational speaker. I had the privilege of meeting him at a meeting in Beverly Hills one day. But Sean Stevenson exercised. He was in a wheelchair his whole life, but he would get down on the ground and he would move his arms and his legs as much as he could, because he knew that's all he could do. So you need to do what you can do and not concentrate on what you can't do. And we're going to get to that in just a second too, after we get past this walk thing. The next thing I want to tell you about is to eat right. Eat right. Now, this is also something that's not an all or nothing deal. It's not like, well, I can't eat all healthy because of this happens and I had a cheat meal here. That's okay, but that doesn't mean you have to eat all unhealthy because you can't eat all healthy. I see people do that. They go, well, I already messed up. I ate that cheeseburger, so heck with it. I'm just going to eat fries, and I'm going to eat mac and cheese and meatloaf for the rest of the week. Why? Because you messed up one meal? You could do your next meal healthy. Okay, you could do that. That's a possibility. Okay, so because you can't do it all at the same time, or you can't do it all or nothing, because you can't run, you don't walk, it's silliness. Okay, because you can't use your right shoulder, you don't use your whole body, it's silliness. Okay, same thing with food. You know, it's one of those things that, you know, yeah, you're going to mess up. You're not going to be perfect. The cleanest eaters in the world, I'm sure, sometimes eat unhealthy. And that's good for you, because what it does is it kind of satisfies that craving for whatever you want, and then you go back to eating healthy. But try to eat healthy, guys. If you eat bad and you don't exercise, you're staying at home, you're on one of these little laptops all day long, you're going to ultimately not feel good, and you're going to be unhealthy. Now, last thing I'll say on eating is nobody agrees on anything. Nobody agrees on anything. It used to be we shouldn't eat butter and eggs and all that because they were bad for you, because they were high in cholesterol, and then we found out that that cholesterol doesn't even hurt you, that the kind of oils that they were trying to give us, like vegetable oil and, you know, sunflower oil and all that kind of stuff, was actually bad for us, because they were hydrogenating oils from vegetables, which is not natural, but they had to do that to make it into an oil. Got so complicated. And then it was, you know, only eat protein, only eat vegetables, don't eat meat, do eat meat, do eat cereals and grains, they're good for you, don't eat cereals and grains. The only thing that I figured out of all this, I figured out 2 things. Okay, the first thing is try not to eat chemicals. I mean, that makes sense, right? I think everybody can agree on that. Chemicals aren't good for you, so stay away from chemicals. If you're trying to figure out how to eat right, look at the label. If the label says it has a bunch of chemicals, don't eat that. Okay, and I think the second thing that almost everybody agrees on is don't overeat. Okay, don't overeat. If you eat too much food, it's not good for you. It's hard on your digestive system, it's hard on your heart and lungs and everything, because all that food's got to move through your body. So, you know, don't eat chemicals and don't overeat. I think we can all agree on those 2 things, right? Can we all agree on that? Yeah. Number 5, you're gonna hate me on this one. You're gonna hate me. Are you ready? You have to exercise. You have to exercise. You have to exercise. This is a requirement to stay alive. Now, let me tell you something about exercise. Come on in here. You may not realize it, but it's not comfortable. Exercise isn't comfortable, okay? But here's the truth. If you just do things that are comfortable for you in life, you won't do too well. You won't do too well. If you only eat foods that taste good, you won't do too well. Okay, if you don't ever try anything that's difficult, you'll never grow. So you need an exercise plan. Now people will say, well, should I do aerobic exercise? Should I lift weights? Should I walk? What should I do? You really should do all of it. Yeah. you really need to. And you don't have to actually use weights. You could use your body weights. You can do calisthenics, you can do pull-ups, you can do push-ups, you can do sit-ups. You can get a stationary bike. I know we have a stationary bike, and I use that bike. I actually use it probably 3 or 4 days a week. We bought it in the beginning of the pandemic. Everything is judged in pandemic terms now, right? Maybe if you're watching this years later, that will be well forgotten, but right now it's like everything is pandemic terms. Oh, I remember in the beginning of the pandemic, remember halfway through the pandemic, I don't even know, are we through it? I don't know. We have vaccinations out there now, so if you're watching this, we're at the vaccination stage, and they said everybody over 65 could get the vaccine. Those are the first people because they were at highest risk. And today I woke up and I read an article, and today's date, just so you know, because you may see this video a month or two later because we edit later, is January 28th, and they said that the people over 65, it's recommended that they don't get the vaccine because there's not enough proven evidence that it could harm them. But the entire year they've been saying those are the people that need to get it when we get the vaccine. It's all exhausting, isn't it, guys? Do what you think's best. Okay, do what you think's best. You know what's right. You know what's right in your heart. You know about moderation. You know about getting exercise, and get on an exercise plan. Get you a bike, get you a treadmill, do some calisthenics. There's plenty of really great videos on YouTube on exercise now. We watch a bunch of them. Find ones you like, and I think that's kind of cheating on YouTube though, because they do a workout that you like and you have to come back and watch it over and over and over, and you get a bunch of views, and that seems like that's cheating, but I don't know. But I enjoy them and I do them, and there's a lot of good ones there for you, so make sure you do that. Exercise is really important. Being a digital marketer is a decided advantage because you can work from home, you can work from anywhere you want in the world. The downside to it is you've got to change your lifestyle. It's too sedentary. You sit around too much. It's not good for you. So make sure that you are getting an exercise plan. Make sure that you are eating right. Make sure that you are moving around. Make sure you are getting water. Make sure you're doing all these things, guys. They're really super important, and yeah, they take effort, but so did learning how to do digital marketing, right? I mean, so did the stage we got to where we could actually work from home. And if I'm talking to you and you're working from home, you figured something out. Okay, you did something, but you can figure out these other things too. Don't let these things take you down. So important that you do these things and stay healthy. We want you to stay healthy, because if you don't stay healthy, you won't feel like doing anything, will you? So super important that you do that. Digital marketing. Learn the basics of digital marketing. That's why you're here, right? You want to know how to do digital marketing. More importantly, what are the basics of it? If you learn that, you can have a whole new career. There's jobs out there, there's positions out there, there's things you can do to make a lot of money with digital marketing, but you got to know what it is first. So in this video, I'm going to go through what all the basics are, what they're used for, and how you can do them also. Okay, first off, what the heck is digital marketing? Digital marketing is selling products and or services through online means. So this could be social media, this could be websites, this could be anything that's online that people can access. That is digital marketing. So we know what it is now. Now, as a kid, I used to go on vacations with my family. We would be driving on vacations, and it was always a thing about, are we there yet? Are we there yet? And they would say, read the billboards. And I would read the billboards, and there'd be all kinds of billboards out there. There'd be funny ones, there'd be ones talking about something that's coming up. Billboards were my entertainment on those trips. Now, some people got really funny with billboards. I saw this one here that had to do with BMW. I thought this one was hilarious. So check out that ad right there. That was pretty funny. But billboards essentially now are dead. And here's why they're dead, in case you don't know why. Because if there were 4 people in a car and they were driving down the road, you can bet, and hopefully not the driver, but everybody else in the car is down here looking at their phone. They're not even looking up. They're not even looking at the billboard. So having a billboard there primarily does you no good. Not to mention the fact that if somebody does see a billboard, they do buy the product, the person who did the advertising won't even know it came from the billboard. So there's no way to determine if your billboard was successful. So billboards are dead. It's moved online. In this video, I want to walk you through all the things you need to know so that you can make some money doing digital marketing. And one thing I want to add to that, we're looking more and more towards automated driving cars. Now we're already looking down at our phone, and I hate to admit it, there's people out there driving their cars looking down at their phone. However, when it gets to a point where you don't have to look out the window at all, guess what they're going to be doing? They're going to be on their phones. And that's why places like YouTube, this channel, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all those companies are making so much money, because they control the eyes. They control what people see. And if you can control what people see, you can control a lot of advertising dollars. Okay, let's talk about the first, and not necessarily in any order, I just put it in this order, but that would be SEO, search engine optimization. What is this? Search engine optimization is where you go into a web page or a website and you optimize it for search. And what I mean by that is you have to have a meta title and you have to have a meta description. Now when you search Google, you're going to see meta titles and you're going to see meta descriptions. This is the information that somebody put in on their site so that it would organically show up when you did a search. And this needs to be done for every site, millions and millions of websites. So there's always an opportunity there for search engine optimization. The next one is search engine marketing. That's where you're actually marketing your website. This is where you're doing marketing and trying to bring customers in. Through search engine marketing, we're trying to bring people in and get them to our product or service or website and capture their dollars. Number 3 would be content marketing. Content marketing is where you actually put content out there that's going to drive people to buy your products or services. So I own a survival food company. It's right here, you can see it. Okay, and I may do some blogs on there, some videos on there on survival techniques, on how to make a survival plan, on how to protect your home, on what to do in case of an earthquake or a hurricane or a tornado. So that's content marketing. When people search it and find that content, they end up on my site and they end up buying more products. The next one on that list is social media marketing. So that's when I'm going to go into, let's say, Facebook or YouTube or Twitter or Instagram, and I'm going to actually post on those social platforms so that people become more familiar with my brand and it drives them to buy more of my product. Number 5 is pay-per-click advertising. It's called PPC, and what that means is I'm going to actually run ads and I'm going to pay when people click on that ad, but if they don't click, I don't have to pay. So that's a pretty cool deal. That's something we actually do on our companies too. Number 6 is affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is where I'm going to go out there and I'm actually going to advertise, or I'm going to offer somebody else's product, and when I offer it and they buy that product, I actually get paid a percentage of that. Great places to do that are on your blog, on your videos. Like right now I'm doing a YouTube video, and if you look below in the description after this video ends, and make sure you wait till it ends, you're going to see links down there to Amazon and to different things, and those links are affiliate links. So I get a small percentage when people click on them. It's not much money, but they all add up. I have 1,300 videos on this channel, and since I have 1,300 videos, there's a lot of links, right? There's a lot of links out there that I can make money on. Or I could go to some place and actually find a product and market that to my list. I could run ads for it. But affiliate marketing is a great way to make money online, and it's another digital marketing skill. Next one up is email marketing. Now email marketing probably in itself has made me more money, and this is number 7 if you're keeping track, has made me more money than anything else I've ever done. And the reason is I can email people over and over again. Now here's the key to email marketing. You have to have a good email marketing platform. Now I've been through a lot of them. I've been through Constant Contact, I've been through Aweber, I've been through MailChimp, I've been through Infusionsoft, now it's called Keep. But the best one, are you ready for this? The very best one that's out there is called Kartra. Kartra. I'll put a link right here, and you can actually get Kartra for a single $1 trial. $1 trial, so that's pretty cheap. But Kartra doesn't just do email marketing. Kartra does everything. It does sales pages, it does sequences, you can put courses in there, you can do all this stuff. Matter of fact, when I got Kartra, I erased 8 different pieces of software, so that's pretty substantial as far as cost to me every month. Not to mention, at the time of this recording, I don't know why and I don't know how they do this, but they have unlimited emails. So they only charge you for how many contacts you have in there, and then you can send as many emails as you want. And guess what? The more emails you send, the more money you make. Now you could take this to an extreme and overdo it. If you send an email every single hour, yeah, people aren't going to buy from you, they're just going to unsubscribe. but the important thing to remember here is that it's a great platform and they don't charge you extra for your emails. I know a lot of platforms I was on before, I'm like, do I want to send out this email because it's going to cost me so much money because I'm over my limit right now. Kartra doesn't do that, not at least at the time I recorded this video. Okay, that could change, and I would think it would have to, but maybe not. It's a great platform. I highly recommend it. Check out Kartra. Now I want to dispel some problems out there. One of the problems I always hear is that, JR, I didn't grow up with all this technology, I don't know anything about it, it's very difficult for me. First off, that's untrue. That's untrue. Now maybe they didn't have the technology when you were a little kid, but when it came along you were certainly alive if you're alive now. Okay, so you saw the technology at the beginning, you watched it grow, you either chose to participate in learning all that stuff or you chose to ignore it. But it's there, it's been there in your lifetime. Okay, I didn't grow up with it as a kid, but as an adult I started to see digital marketing and all these things. I'm like, wow, that's for me. That looks like a great thing. I could sit in a coffee shop and actually type on a keyboard and make money. And I do that most days. I sit in some coffee shop and type on a keyboard. Why would you ignore that? Now here's the other thing. You say, well, JR, it's very difficult. First off, it's not difficult. It's no more difficult than anything else you know. It's just that you don't know it yet. Once you learn it, once you know how to do it, it's not complicated. This is not brain surgery, guys. You don't have to do any big mathematical calculations. As a matter of fact, digital marketing is a whole lot easier now than it was in the beginning because there's so many softwares now that automate everything for you. When I started out, there wasn't all these softwares. You had to actually figure stuff out. You had to do some coding and write code and do this stuff. Nowadays you don't have to. It's really simple. Watch videos on my channel, go through some of the videos on my channel. Anything that you have a question for, type it in the search bar on my channel and you're probably going to find a video for it. So do it that way. Learn this stuff, guys. You can do this. This is not hard. If you don't spend the time doing this, the time is just going to pass and you didn't get any smarter, you didn't learn anything new. Don't let that happen to you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you understand digital marketing a little bit better now. It's not that hard, not that complicated, but it's very, very profitable. I'll be the person to tell you that's true because it has been for us. Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate it. I know some of you still may have questions. If so, I'd like for you to put them in the comment section below. Maybe you have questions about a particular segment of digital marketing. Maybe you want to share an idea with me. Maybe you want to tell me what you've been doing, or you just want to say hello. Make sure you put it in the comment section below. I answer all of those questions and comments by myself. Nobody else does it but me, and you will hear from me. If you don't believe me, type a question down there. You'll see you're going to hear from me. Thanks so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so far. Hit that subscribe button, turn it from red to gray. Don't forget to ring the bell, turn on all bell notifications so you're notified each and every time I go live or if I upload a new video. There's also a free course down there you can click and learn. Doesn't cost you a dime. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell right there so you can be notified every time I do a new video. Also, click on one of those videos there. Keep watching on my channel.